Alright, so underneath the radical here, I am getting 841, and this is all over 20. And so we're going to have square root of 841 is 29, and that's all over 20. We'll write the rest up over here. So we have x is equal to 41 plus 29 over 20. And what do we get with that? It looks like I'm getting 3.5 or 7 halves. So excuse me, remember this is 3.5. And then we have x is equal to 41 minus 29 over 20. And that's going to end up being 0.6, or we would say 3/5. And I think, we looked at the graph earlier on that, and that's what we've seen. So here's the two solutions to those equations. What we're going to want to do now is draw a number line, and I'm going to try to sneak that in right here. See if we can sneak that number line in right there. Okay. So this was 7 halves, and then this over here was 0.6 or 3/5. So it's 3.5 and then 0.6 right here. Which means that, okay, let's do some testing here. Let's try a 1. Okay. If I were to take 1 and plug it in, now we'll just plug it into here. We got 10 minus 41, so that's negative 31. And then negative 31 plus 21 is going to be a negative number, and that is less than 0. Alright, so remember our graph was below the x-axis between 3/5 and 7 halves. So that means it's all this stuff right here. Okay? And we just write our interval. We don't include 3 halves. And we don't include 7 halves. Did I say 3 halves? Is that right? I forgot what I was doing there. 3 halves. Yeah, 3/5, I mean. Not 3 halves. I think something was fishy there. 3/5. I said 3 halves, but it's 3/5. Alright, and 7 halves. So we had to use a quadratic formula on this one. Of course, looking at the graph helped out, but I'm sure if you were taking a test, you wouldn't have time to graph it out or anything like that, so you just got to follow these same steps. Alright. Okay, so this should be like a quiz question here. Finding the solution set to this inequality. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by 1/9. And then we're going to square root both sides. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write it like this. Square root both sides. And I know it doesn't include the equal sign, but don't worry about it. So x is equal to plus or minus. That's going to be 4/3. So x is equal to plus 4/3 and x is equal to minus 4/3. So we go ahead and graph this out. I'll put the minus 4/3 here and the positive 4/3 over here. And let's pick a test point. We're just testing this interval here like 0. We plug it in as 0 greater than 16. No, so it's not this stuff, so it's got to be all the stuff outside. It's all of that stuff outside. Alright? And so that interval will be between negative infinity, negative 4/3, union 4/3, positive infinity.